First summer we had the same 4 beds, and high schoolers took care of the garden all summer long. And then over the next year, Joan Tabaji helped wrote a grant for to the Whole Kids Foundation, which we received, which allowed us this summer to get the cedar post fencing and the blueberry plants. So the purpose of the garden was a practical purpose to provide food for the food pantry, because a lot of it is canned goods and donations, which are great, but it's really nice to have the fresh food aspect to the food pantry. And having it here at the high school and having students involved, I think, helps bring the whole community together, since it's high school students live in town providing for other community members in the same area, which is a nice little circle. The food pantry is right here at the high school, so it all kind of comes full circle, and it's nice to see that, I think.
And would the new leaders like to say anything at this time?
Sure. So I wanted to help be a new leader of the club because I think it's just a great thing to do for the community, and it's great to provide fresh produce for the food pantry.
Well, the history of it, they started with a simple, we want to have a garden, and they met with me. We talked about the responsibility of a garden, how we're going to pass it on, make it last for beyond their senior year. So we came up with a plan, or actually they came up with a plan. So what came is just a brainstorm, really became more responsibility, longevity, more community-based, how is it going to affect the high school after they leave here. So
but it also has a social justice to it, a component.
It does,
to it,
yeah. It's more than just putting a garden together. I think they learn there are many lessons to be learned, but one of them is giving back to the community and the feeling of putting this all together. The kids deserve everything as far as the credit, from the very beginning of that simple idea in my office to how do we give back to the community, how do we keep the animals out, they face challenges. That was an interesting one. That was a frustrating year. But it evolved as they went along, and they had the support of all the adults. So I think they've learned a lot about project-based planning, to be honest with you.
Perfect. Oh, there's a perfect tomato. It's great. Look at that perfect tomato.
I actually had a new person come a couple weeks ago, and she was so excited about the fact that, oh my gosh, I can't believe you guys have fresh produce. I said, yeah, they were just picked. Olivia went and picked it and dropped it off the night before. And so it's, that quality, especially when they're so expensive at the grocery store.
It must be nice to have kids do this,
Oh, yes, absolutely. They came to me, first approached me because they were having this club, and they got this idea about doing the research to see where they could plant the garden. And then when they came and said we were able to do this, and it was just, it's another way of letting the kids find a way to learn about hunger and how to support their community. And it was it's been a great learning experience for them, and a different exposure.
Yeah, that's great.